Mother of three, a second-generation author, and an innovator of dreams, Juliet Cameron says the mind cannot think its way into balance. That's the realm of the heart. We're going to be talking about the heart today a little bit, and this is a book about a book of inspiration of what you could do in light of all the worst circumstances in your life or anyone's life. And the book is Falling Upward. The author is Juliet Cameron, and I would like to welcome Juliet to the homepage.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm very well. Happy to have you in the studio. Congratulations on your second book. You e-published the first one, or
self-published?
Self-published.
Yes.
And that first book was called what?
The Technique.
The Technique.
Introduction to the Technique, yes.
That's
a holistic guide to wellness and chronic pain. I was debilitated for a while, and it's really 3 months of trial and error to get you back on your feet. So that was the inspiration for the first book.
So would you be kind enough to tell listeners about Falling Upward, a true story?
Absolutely. It's 40 years of my experience through several types of abuse and surviving that, and going through a lot of different types of healing, coming to understanding and awareness, and in the end, finding that the biggest obstacle was myself, really. Overcoming the pain in my heart was the hardest thing to do, and I didn't really even know that. You know, I thought all the stuff I was doing was right. And really opening, finding that the only thing that I lacked through my life were the tools to know how to overcome it.
The only thing.
And the biggest thing, right? You know, I mean, but it made my life a mess.
Mm-hmm. It's such a profound statement, what you just said about the only obstacle was you.
Yes.
This is so profound. Before we go on and talk more about that, you're also offering some circles, sessions at the Emma Center. What are you calling them? They're workshops?
That is, yes, and they're going to be called Heal Your Heart, Heal Your Life. And we are literally healing from the inside. You know, that's where you've got to start.
And this is going to begin January 17th?
That's right. It'll be every Saturday from noon to 1:30, and it's, you know, everybody can come there. So.
And you can contact the Emma Center.
Yes.
We'll give out that information if you're interested. You are a certified yoga teacher, Pilates, also personal trainer, a Reiki master. So you went through all this stuff, hit the bottom, and then crawled your way up, and
completely at the bottom. Sometimes that's what it takes.
Yeah.
And when I experienced the loss, the death of my son, that was really the end. Mm-hmm. And at that point, I had to start looking outside of what I already knew, because what I thought I was doing, I'd been a meditator and been into spiritual practice for years, but I had been missing some very vital keys to that healing. And it wasn't until I was actually directed by a student of mine that I was directed to a teacher and a mentor that everything just fit into place. And pretty much for the next 5 years, I just threw myself into that. I went, well, hell, if it works for me, it'll work for other people. And that has been my greatest contribution. You know, all this other stuff I've done a lot. I threw myself into it.
You have a baby on the way.
I do.
Another
12 weeks.
one.
I do it. And I'm busy. This feels whole. You know, I filled my whole life up with other stuff I thought that was the good stuff, you know, and I was doing the right thing, and it's all been a wonderful journey. There's nothing quite like giving someone a tool to just get out of suffering. It's the best feeling in the world.
And suffering is, you know, there's a lot of muscle with suffering.
You bet.
And so leaving it, you know, acknowledging it, but leaving it that's a big undertaking.
It's actually kind of scary. People get addicted to it. And so when when you're teaching it, people hit the panic button over and over and over again. What is this? Who am I? Beyond my identity, beyond what I'm doing.
That's a huge thing right there.
Yeah.
Also, right?
Yes.
Because who are you if not
the mother, the
Some
father.
of these things.
Yes, absolutely. Beyond it, those things are all changeable. You can be a mother one day and not. Your jobs can come and go. Your relationships come and go. Who are you beyond those things?
Who are you? Let's put some bells in with that one.
I love the bells. I love them. They're great. Yeah.
Can we get this book locally, or how do we get Falling Upward?
You can go to juliet.tateauthor.com and you can order that book. I also do book signings locally around the area.
Nice.
We're working to get the book also into some local libraries here. So if we've already got one at the Emma Center Library as of today. So
this is actually a book about, give us a quick
40
synopsis.
years of going through child abuse, sexual abuse, rape. It spirals out of control. You're born with that kind of life, and that's the foundation you have, and you think you understand the world, and you go out, and then you try to make it on your own. Things just don't work out so good.
Yeah, that's your reference point. Yeah. That's a great point, too. Wow.
So it's really like I felt like I could compile
Does this chronicle that journey, or
it does?
It does. Okay.
It does.
A great cover. Is that you on the cover?
Oh, no. But you know what?
It
My
looks
sister
like you.
even asked the same question, too. I said, wow.
It's a beautiful cover as well. That's a big thing to draw people to a book. And so, again, at the Emma Center, January 17th, Saturdays, noon to 1:30. These are free to the public. And you're going to have a baby in 12 weeks. So,
yes.
But you'll be doing these. And say the name of the...
That is that Heal Your Heart, Heal Your Life.
And do you have a personal contact information, or it's just through the Emma Center?
It's just through them right now.
Okay.
And we're going to expand. We're just going to go as big as we can with this.
And how about a website for you? Did you give me that?
That would be...
you have
yes.
Facebook even.
I do.
You're everywhere. You're on Facebook. You're on Twitter, LinkedIn, and also... Oh, there's the Tate Author, yes.
Yes. So you can get to me many different ways.
That's a good way. Facebook.com, Juliet Cameron, and author, teacher, visionary. Very nice.
So I'm really excited. I'm hopeful to share.
And so we're almost out of time. In a quick, what would be one place to start if anyone listening knows of or is in fact suffering in their own right? What's a good place to start to really make a change?
The first place to start is just beginning to love you. And it's usually the hardest place. Because we're broken.
Yeah.
And once we can even just open a little bit to the possibility of really loving who we are, then there's great healing.
I can't say anything after that.
A Merry Christmas.
Yeah, here, I'll get the bells. Thank you for coming on to the homepage.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure.
My pleasure. And if you're interested in finding out more, the book is Falling Upward, Juliet Cameron. And she is on Facebook, so that's easy to find her there, among other places, and through the Emma Center.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
on
Danielle.
so many counts. There's a cute baby in here. Your husband Brian's here. We've got Shaolin. She's 17 months old.
18
months.
Oh,
Sorry,
yes.
She's had the headphones on. We've been having a great time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Danielle.
And you're in process with a new book, so I hope you come back when that comes out.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
Thank you.